Alright, so we're here working on my avatar again. Once again, this avatar was made by my man Muhammad Yazid, so check him out. I'll put a link to his stuff in the description, but he made this avatar for me. However, it was me who sliced it up and cut it in order to put it into Live2d. So what I'm doing here is I wanted to make a smiling eyes for the eye smile parameter in Live2d. So here I am just cutting the right eye pupil and pasting it to a new layer so that I can paint it or color it. I really wanted a sparkly eye for the eye smile parameter. So that's the look I'm trying to go for here. Keep in mind, I'm a very, very new Gimp user and I don't know how to use it very well, so bear with me here. Now I'm just deleting all the other layers so that I can focus on just the eye. Gimp is a nice program for being free, but it's kind of complicated for me. Like this zoom right here. I wish you can zoom using the mouse, but I always have to click into that little toolbox over there. So basically what I want to do is select the inside of the pupil. I was going to use a lasso, but I decided to go with the oval. Get it in the center. Try to leave a little bit of an edge. So like I said, I'm trying to go for the sparkly look. Once I get the shape the way I want it, I'm going to add a gradient. I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to add a gradient here. However, I was messing around with this and it says foreground to transparency, which I didn't want to do. I wanted it to blend those two colors, very light brown and the darker brown. But as you can see, I couldn't find how to change that because I'm a noob. It took me a minute to figure that out. Actually, I never did figure it out. So what I did was I ended up just filling the whole eye with the lighter color. Yeah, I was opening these tabs. I don't know what I did here. To be honest, I'm an expert at using the old Windows XP Photoshop 6, which is a little more intuitive than Gimp, I believe. So, yeah. I think I messed around with this thing forever. But finally, I think I do switch over to the bucket. Yeah, I was trying to change it. Maybe I thought I changed the name. Maybe a window would pop up. But yeah. Let's see how long I mess with that before giving up. It says bucket fill, but I think I'm still trying to see if there's a way to change it, the gradient option from transparent to color. I'm not even going to fast forward because I want you all to feel the same pain I was feeling. I think here I finally give up. Here I think I was still looking for something. Anyway, I changed the layer to multiply. Before filling it in. So edit, fill with the foreground color. Now we have the foreground color in. Then I added the gradient. I wanted the darker color to be up top as a shadow. As you can see, I went the wrong way, so I'm gonna fill it in and then Control Z and then do it again this way. So we want the darker color at the top. That's good. Then, sorry, then I make another little smaller circle on the inside. We want to go for a darker color here. I'm trying to find a good darker color. We don't want to go too dark, just darker than the gradient. And I'm gonna do this twice, so I'm gonna go like a mid-tone. Do the same thing, fill for background color actually. We got the darker color, which is going to be the mid-tone. And then we make it smaller. And then go darker. And fill that. But I felt, I think that was too dark. So go just a little bit lighter. I like that it shows you your current color versus the old color. That helped a lot in deciding how to go, how dark to go. So we fill that in. Now we go to the dodge tool, or actually I think I used the color burn. I'm actually just trying to find out where it is. Took me a minute. There it is. We got the dodge color burn, and we set it for, I believe, the shadows. I'm trying to find where I can change the shadow. I'm just so used to using Photoshop. That was kind of tricky. Trying to find where these things are, but we finally got it. And I think I'm trying to check the brush size, but we finally got it. So we went to a full circle. I didn't like, you see, I kind of went over the edge there. I didn't like it. I think I control Z out of here and do it all over again. Yeah. Because it gets lighter and lighter, which I do want it to get lighter and lighter, but I wanted to do it evenly. The key point is not to stop. So we want to go around and then start again here at the bottom. It looks like I decided to start from the beginning. Okay. That was too wide. It looks like I keep it. So I switch over to highlight. And just going in a little bit. Just a little bit on the inside there, and try to brighten this up. My goal was to try to look sparkly, especially on this eye, because on the avatar this is the one that's facing towards the camera. So we burn that in. I don't know. I feel like I should burn it more, but I think I'm gonna go in and blur it. So switch over to, I'm gonna smudge it. Smudge all that together. I was trying not to smudge too much of the other parts. Gotta get all that in together. Backing out, Control Z a little bit. I didn't like the way that looked, so here we go again. Trying to stay within the right color. Or within the burn, the color burn. I think I turned off anti-aliasing, and a smoother stroke. Yeah, looking back over this, I think the original one, the first one I did was actually pretty good. But I'm the kind of person to do things over and over and over again until I feel satisfied. I don't know why, because I'm not really that type of person. But I am and I'm not. I am and I'm not at the same time. Anyway, as you can see, I keep doing this until I felt like it was pretty good. Now I'm actually blurring it. That's not the smudge tool. Oh yeah, we're still smudging it, okay. Anyway, after doing the smudge here, I go over and blur it. Actually, I think I add the highlights. And then I blur everything and then do the highlights again. So first I started with a brush, but I thought airbrush might be better as a circle. And this color that I picked right here, I ended up not liking because it's not a pure white. It was more gray than white. I was looking to see if I can change the actual brush texture so that it paints kind of blurry with an opacity to it. I couldn't find anything like that, so I ended up going over to the airbrush. And as you can see, that wasn't a very nice clear white. But that was the brightest one, so what I do is click on the little black and white box there and then switch over to the airbrush. I guess I could have dragged the color picker up to the top left corner to get white, but I mean, just clicking the black white box is good enough. Still gray. This is where I give up. Like, no. Wait, Control Z, switch black and white box, and then go to airbrush. Then I airbrush a little white highlight here. Still kind of gray though. Then I go to, I think I ended up going to pencil. Drop the size down to around 1 or 2. Then I want to maybe switch over to pencil, I think. I actually drew this yesterday and I'm narrating over it now. Now it looks like I kept the brush. Then we blur that. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. So we blur everything here, all the colors. And then we make the brush even smaller to 1. That was the smallest, and then come back and make a couple of more lines. I think I switched the pencil here for a sharper edge. Not airbrush. Why did I do that? But anyway, if anyone's watching this and knows a little bit more about Gimp than I do, feel free to tell me my mistakes or any better way. So yeah, I Control Z out and then switch the pencil, drop it down, the size down to 1. No, 5. I think what I'm going for here is to make another dot. I went to 2. Yeah, okay, I wanted to make a few more brighter lines, crisp, a little more crisp. If we put 2 or 3. Zoom out to see how it looks. To see if it's sparkly. I really miss not being able to zoom. I really miss being able to zoom using the mouse wheel. So just check out how everything looks here. I thought it looks sparkly. Of course, I'm gonna go in and add the eyebrows and things in Live2d. I think I do end up adding one more dot using, what did I use? Maybe the airbrush. Okay, I put a couple of lines there. I can blur it. Oops. Oops. Switch it to blur. And I think I might add 1 or 2 brighter ones. Or did I just leave it like that? And now we go with the left pupil. Control Alt, I found, is the way to select the artwork of the layer, which in Photoshop was Control left click on the layer. This is Alt left click on the layer, Control C, and then paste the left eye. To a new layer. One thing I found is using the multiply setting, I couldn't have both eyes showing while I was working on it, so it took me a minute to figure that out. So I switched this to multiply again. Where are you? Where are you? There it is. Hit OK. You can see I tried to put the other eye, but it doesn't show up. Quickly, you can see how I cut up Zid's original artwork. The reason why I chose Zid is because I really liked his style, and we've been good friends for years. I never actually met him in person, but we met through Ad Hoc Party on PlayStation 3, playing Monster Hunter. Actually, it wasn't Ad Hoc Party, it was Excellent Kai on PC, but playing Monster Hunter 2nd G, aka Freedom Unite. Because a lot of VTubers, they all have those cutesy anime shoujo characters, but I wanted to make I wanted to have a avatar that looked like me, and not too anime style, but kind of cartoonish. So I asked Zid to hook that up for me, and he did. I had to prod him a little bit, but I know he's a busy guy. He's a professional illustrator and comic book artist with a lot of things to do. On top of that, 2 children. One of his girls has a very rare disease, and he chronicles all of that through his own original comic book called The Life of a Work-at-Home Dad. It's an amazing comic, very heartwarming, funny, sad, interesting. So again, I'll put all that in the description later, so definitely check that out. You can see I'm still messing around. Why can't I see both of the eyes? Then finally I realized, it's because of my layer setting. I think. I could be wrong. Any Gimp experts out there, let me know. Sorry, this video is kind of long, but I'm giving it to you raw. Yeah, I think I ended up doing all of that again because I thought I did something wrong. But here we go. Happy smile pupil left. That's the new layer. We turned everything off. Yeah, as you can see, I try to leave on that eye. But as soon as I turn it off, it turn off the other part, it disappears. So
this is another hit run production.
It's kind of annoying though. I didn't know why it was happening. Eventually I just give up. Also, while I fiddle around with that, I will tell you about the background music. The background music is made by SigmaThaMajestic. I came across him on Twitch. He was playing Sifu. Not just playing it, he was killing it. No deaths. But what really hooked me was the music he had in the background. So I was like, hey, who are you listening to? And he was like, this is my own original music. I was like, man, get out of here. Really head bopping jam. So he was all, yeah, I make music for content creators and streamers. If you want it, check out the blah blah blah, the YouTube page. So I was on it, and yeah, I liked every track. And basically, I just like watching Sigma. He's good at playing games, much better than I am. I may have a few years on him though, age-wise, but I think we're pretty close to the same generation. But yeah, I try to use his music in everything. I like it. It definitely fits my style. So the link, his link will also be in my description. Follow him on Twitch as well. YouTube, Twitch, and D Live. SigmaThaMajestic. So anyway, getting back to the picture, you can see I ended up just turning everything off. And we're gonna do the exact same thing for the left pupil, which is make a bigger circle and fill it with light color. Which I go back to the right pupil to eyedropper the color. Oh, maybe I did it already. We add the gradient with the dark side first. Well, the dark side near the top, I mean. That's actually darker, but this is the left eye, which on the avatar is further away, so I didn't worry about it too much. Then we make another smaller circle on the inside. Fill this with a mid-tone, darker mid-tone color. Also try to offset it a little bit, because this eye is actually looking in. That was another thing I asked Zid to do, was don't make me avatar looking straight ahead, because every 2D avatar is looking ahead. I wanted it to be looking off to the side. And I got that idea from the very first person I've ever seen VTubing, which was someone I came across named Ishi Tanuki on Twitch. And I was like, what is this cartoon character? She's talking. Someone is talking through a cartoon character. I thought, wow, that's pretty interesting. I want to do something like that maybe one day in the future. And her avatar was also looking to the side. Actually, when I first saw it, it wasn't looking to the side. It was a straight raccoon character looking straight ahead. But about a year later, when I went back and saw her online, it was a more human character, also looking off at an angle. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I like that. So we did that. But anyway, as you can see, there's a darker tone inside the mid-tone, same as before, and then we go to the color dodge burn. Start with, I was actually on highlight here, but I should have been on shadow, which I think I do go back and change it, as well as the brush size. Yeah, I do go back and change it, but looking at that, probably could have left it like that, but then I realized that I didn't do the whole eye. I usually go a full circle around using the shadow. I went straight to the brightness, and I was like, I forgot. So I think I Control Z out of all of this. Yeah. Control Z all of that. Switch to shadows, and then do the full eye here, all the way around. Still didn't go all the way around. I do notice that I didn't go all the way around, and then I think I don't Control Z out. I just do a lighter color, because like I said, this eye is further back, so you just do like that to add a shadow. The corners are kind of bright, but so what I did here is just brighten it up a little bit at the bottom, and then go to highlight. I should have burned closer to the edge. I just found I made a mistake there, but it's all good. I've already rigged these eyes into the model and into VTube Studio. So live and learn. I was actually trying to do this fast too. So smudge it all together. You've seen all this before. Oops. But anyway, while I'm smudging, I'll tell you, I bought a game. It was 60% off. It's a Chinese game. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, but those of you who know me or watch me know that I love kung fu movies, historical pieces, as well as fantastical wuxia movies. And this game is a wuxia film. Wuxia is something like Green Destiny, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, those type of movies, or take it way back, Come Drink With Me. Those movies I really love. Sword fighting. Well, wuxia films are almost exclusively sword fighting. Not always, but that's kind of the main thing there. So anyway, got it off of Steam. It's a Chinese game, but it has English translation patch made by fans. So I'm looking forward to playing that. I hope it's good. I've read only good things about it, so I'll be streaming that in the very near future. But I have so many games. I've been playing a lot of old school ones, particularly SimCity Deluxe 4, which I still think is the best city sim game out there. I know people like City Skylines or Cities Skyline, but yeah, it just doesn't feel the same to me. Yeah, I think I went a little different with this one. Yeah, I drew the lines there with the pencil And on the right eye, I did it with the airbrush or the paintbrush. The paintbrush was definitely better. Go in and blur everything. Increase the brush size. Blur everything together. This eye was actually smaller, so the effect was a little bit stronger. Then I go back to the pencil, change the size to 1, and just do the highlight, I think. Yeah, I should have used a brush. I think that was the mistake here. But again, this eye is facing away from the camera and looking in. So let's see how it looks. And we're almost finished this video because I think I might have done a few little tweaks to it, but pretty much left it. So after this video, I will make a video of the actual rig in Live2d and in Live2d and in VTube Studio. But those who watched me until this part here, thank you for watching, and check me out on Twitch, DLive. Take care. Peace.